Remember to hit the like button and to subscribe. Oh, my hand. Bye bye, enjoy the video.
How everybody doing? Malcolm Venus, Mr. MVP, back with another video. I know it's been about a year since I did the Rise to Power series, but I'm willing to start back. I'm going to do a quick little recap just because it's been such a long time. Back in the Rise to Power Part 1 and Part 2, I will link them right here, or preferably it'll probably be right here using the YouTube button. I will link them videos there, and if you already know what happened in the Rise to Power, you can go ahead and skip ahead using the time step here. But for now, for the recap. In the Rise to Power series so far, it started out with Amal Santa just doing his job, getting little kids his presents, and then along came along a little girl who told Santa something horrific. His name was Angle, and at that point, Mall Santa / Angle was just upset with the world, and he became a cop to try to fix the world and try to find the person who took part in what makes the little girl so miserable. During that time, we found out who the man was. His name is Slash, and he's part of the High C Gang. And I believe that's enough of a recap. Let's get into the video. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. If we get this video to 10 likes, I'll go ahead and make another video of it. If we get it to 20 likes, I'll make an animation of it. After Cellulose and Slash fight, Slash is waking up inside an old store inside the condemned mall, only lit by a lonely candle. As Saiyan, Spike, and Ultra come into the light. Ultra has his head bowed in shame, knowing he caused all this. Ultra was the first to speak as he picks his head up and apologizes, saying, "My bad, I should have picked up the glasses." Then Slash rises up out the bed. Slash responds in anger, saying, "No, you was just holding on to your pride, and I won't let you throw that away." Then Spike pops the question, "What are we gonna do? We can't work for somebody like that." As Saiyan steps into the light, cracking his neck. Then Slash, as the flames lit his face up, and says, "The only thing we can do is fight." Then the candle burns out as he says that. We go back to the police station where Angle is trying to get the attention of the chief, flashing papers in front of his face. Angle says to Chief, Look at what we learned from back then from the eyewitness, and look at what we just learned now from the bank robbers. They both had a dragon tattoo." Chief tiredly responds, "Look, we don't gotta, even if this is the same guy, we don't got a name, we don't got a place, and matter of fact, we don't even know how to get the rest of High C. So, I have to go to bed. I have a rally tomorrow to make sure I become chief again." Angle has no choice but to suck up his pride, and he angrily walks away. He starts slamming his head on the desk like a hammer beating in a stubborn nail. Then he stops for a second and sees a back door they could have used to stop the bank robbers mapped out on his desk. The day and the night has passed, and a new one began. Chief was at his rally. Chief speaking loudly into the crowd, "Vote for me and we can prolong peace together." The Angle steps on the stage from the left, Angle speaking loudly with the crowd. "In order to prolong peace, there must be peace, something we don't have, and somebody like you doesn't treasure. I throw my name, Angle Power, into the hat to be the next chief of police." Chief pushes his mic to the side, and Chief responds to Angle's allegation. "You do realize I'm still empowered. I can have you fired." Angle responds, "I don't care." And Chief pulls his mic back in And Chief says, "Challenge accepted, deputy." The day went by and Angle was patrolling the streets as a call came over the radio telling him to go check out the local bread business. They heard someone broke in through the front door. Angle pulled up on the scene and he gets out his car, walking through the busted glass into the building. He sees the guy that busted in. The robber slowly turns around. My bad, Nat. Slowly turns around and walks on the glass, hidden by his leg. As he turns around, as an AR starts blasting, Angle runs out the shop to the front of the building where the brick part is at. He's trying to call for backup, but his radio stopped working, and that's when three more masked robbers walk from behind. Then one of the robbers says, "Don't you realize when you've been set up?" Robber 2 says, "The High C owns this town, fool." Before they can pull out their guns, Angle whips around and shoots one of them in the head and makes his escape to his car and drives away. The robbers take off their mask and runs to their fellow comrade except the one inside the store. Instead, he throws his gun down and takes off his mask. As the mask comes off, it was clear that this was Slash and his band. The one that died, when his mask is pulled off, we find out that it's Spikes. The other two, Sane and Ultra, are angry crying. But Slash says this with comfort, but with also a statement speaking into the atmosphere. Slash says, "Tonight, Cellulose dies, and next will be that damn cop who did this." And with that, we end part 4 of The Rise to Power. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Remember, get this video to 10 likes, and we start on the next one. Get this video to 20 likes. We'll do an animation starting from part 1. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Remember, stay strong.